Whew. Good morning, everybody, on this cold morning. And it is cold. Figures after I take my winter curtains down that I would wake up and it would be cold like this outside. Hopefully it'll warm up today. Look. Daffodils. Aren't they pretty? Now that I know I'm going to have these crumb snatchers home for the next 2 weeks, they better be rationing my damn food. Because I ain't going out and about and getting a bunch of stuff. Since we were put on a last minute notice here. So, I mean, I stocked up on some stuff, but y'all know just as well as I do, when you got teenagers or a teenager in the house, your grocery bill is like your groceries are gone within 0.2 seconds. We all know that. Ooh, hoodie. Ooh. If y'all could see me, you would laugh right now because I have on my pajamas, pants underneath my pajamas, my pink shoes, my rubber shoes, and my coat. But I wanted to, this was actually prettier. And yes, I have been sobbing this morning. That's clearing up though. I've had a tough week. I've been forced to look at some things within myself. And that came because somebody forced me to do it, pretty much. But that's okay. Sometimes you don't realize you're doing things until you get called out on it, right? So I got called out on a couple things. Isn't that pretty? And I was like, when somebody does something like that, I'm the type of person that I will take a good look within myself to figure out what caused a situation to occur. And so I guess I've always done shadow work. I guess I just didn't realize that was the name of it. Ooh, there's a piece of quartz. I guess I didn't realize that was the name of it, so I'm gonna keep it there. I've been diligently working on that, but it has stirred the shit pot because everybody wants to look at the good and everybody wants to look at, you know, encourage the positive, which I do all the time. It's pretty over there too. But nobody wants to look at character defects and flaws within themselves, which I did that. That's pretty down there several years ago, back in the 90s. I mean that was a real in-depth deal. That was so in-depth, it wasn't even funny. But this week I've spent a lot of time reflecting on me, the good things and the bad things about me. But I'm also the type of person that when I look at those good things and bad things and you accept those things, because you have to accept them. You can't, I watch people all the time that say love yourself. I saw a post this week, love yourself enough, and if you need to learn how to do that, just contact me. Hell no, because I knew that person very personally, and I knew that they had so many self-esteem issues. How could you possibly put something out there like that? Are you kidding me? You're going to put something, love yourself, but you really don't love yourself. You got issues, and you better be solving them before you start telling people to come to you for learning how to love yourself. You know, you got to look deep within and accept the good and the bad with you. And I'm at that point now because I have cried enough this week. I swear to fill up 2 tubs, you know. But I'm also not going to let a person make me feel like I'm worthless or that I'm not worth any time either. I will not do that. I refuse to do that. So I'll look in within myself, but I'm also going to look at look at the whole parameter of pictures. You know what I mean? I'm not going to just look at something one-sided. I'm going to look at all of it. And if it means that it's toxic enough for me to have to let something go, then guess what Miss Reyes will do? I will let toxic people go in a flash. Because that's just it. They're toxic. And you know, sometimes spiritually you can't grow because you got toxic people around you. Don't walk on eggshells for anybody. If somebody has insecurity issues, if they got confidence issues, if they've got issues to where they're very, I'll just reserved is the word I'm looking for, very reserved with themselves, those are that person's feelings. Those are not your feelings. Do not try to carry somebody else's shit. Don't do it. And that's some of the things that I had been doing, was trying to carry somebody else's stuff. And you can't, because those are their feelings. So don't let anybody feel that you ever have to do that, because you don't. This is what happens when you start looking inward to yourself and you start turning to yourself. You start seeing the whole picture, everything, you know, and you think that people aren't toxic, and they are. And you're not realizing that a person is toxic until things are brought to a head, and then you're like, ooh, maybe I just need to back up. Yes, I know you're sitting there totally dumbfounded. I know. But, you know, we all have toxic people around us when you really think about it, Ernest. We do. You know, there's people that, you know people, they're little vampire suckers. They suck all the energy out of you. Or you have the people that are, I'm shaking, it's so cold. You got people that they just, they take advantage of you because they know they can, yeah. You know, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. There's those people around you, they take advantage of your kindness. You know, it's just, there's toxic people, you know, and there's some people that pretend to be your friend and they're not. All the while, they're just trying to figure out what they can do to steal your ideas and hurt you. You know, I mean, people are like that, and those are the people that you have to walk away from. And I'm definitely going to be making a lot of changes in my life, and there are going to be a lot of people upset this year, but I'm sorry. You know, I have to look out for me, and I have to look out for my well-being, because life is too short, you know, for people to feel certain ways, or, you know, for toxicity. I'm trying to grow. I ain't trying to take 20 steps back. I'm too old for that. Y'all know I'm going to be 50 in October. I'm too old for that shit. I ain't got time for no, you know, petty bullshit. Excuse my language, but I don't. I don't. I'm a grown-ass woman, and I don't have time for pettiness with people. So I am going to be weeding the garden, because it's stunting. It stunts spiritual growth with you if you don't. It takes away your beautiful blessings. And I know you don't want your beautiful blessings taken away. At least I know I don't, because I am truly blessed and gifted, you know. And I'm not going to let anybody step in the way of that. And I'm not going to be walking on eggshells for anybody either, damn it. Just because I have to be afraid to hurt your feelings. No, ain't happening. But anyway, like I said, don't try to take on people's crap. It's not worth it. Take on your own shit, you know. If you're feeling insecure, those are your own feelings that you need to deal with. That's not that person, that's you. Frustration, all that stuff, anger, hurt, you better turn inwards and find out where all that stuff is coming from, instead of trying to blame it on somebody else because you feel that way. It's your feelings. You own you, and that person owns them, you know, and that's how that works. So I don't know what the hell that is down there floating. I've never seen that before. Let me get down here and walk and see what it is. Hold on, I'm trying to navigate with my cold, numb hand, because it is cold. Switching over my curtains. That was stupid. That was not very smart. But I thought that it was going to be nice and snuggly. Let me see. Oh. What the hell is that? I've just never seen that before. Go over here. I want to bust my tail. Oh, it's a big ass rock. Why haven't I seen that before? Maybe the tide wasn't... You know what? The tide's never been that low. I love this little boat shed, because eventually I think that it'll like wash down. You see how it's already broken away from the spot? Isn't that pretty? So, anyway. Oh, I like that stick and that vine that's twisted in there, but I ain't reaching my ass in no cold ass water to get it either. Neat. look at that view. Gorgeous. So I basically wanted to tell y'all what's been going on with me. I have said it time and time and time again. You know, spirituality and becoming more in tune to things comes with daily maintenance. It's not I'm going to pick it up one week and then I'm going to drop it the next week and forget about it. It is not like that at all. It's, you have to do things on a daily basis every day. And like I said, if that means, you know, I don't know, you just got to look at yourself, and you got to just look at you, focus on you, you know. And it's a daily thing. Reiki for me is a daily thing. It's not I'm going to pick it up one day and then put it down the next day. No, it's twice a day, and sometimes more than that, because I like the way my energy feels. I know that sounds weird, but I know that when I'm doing Reiki, I want to know what my energy feels when I'm doing Reiki on somebody else. I want to know what that feels like. And so the only way to really know that is to do it every day. And that's what I do. And when people say, well, when you give Reiki, you're getting Reiki. No, it's not the same freaking thing when you're doing it by yourself, because you got the universe with you, and it's transferring energy from the universe through you into somebody else, but you still want to know what your energy feels like. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That's like a big argument in the Reiki community here, that when you give Reiki, you're getting it back. Well, it's better to know what your own energy field feels like before you start working on other people. And I've always said I am not perfect. Can I flip this around, because I really look shitty? I've always said I am not a perfect person. I'm not. I have character defects and flaws just like anybody else does. It's just that I'm not going to sit in my shit and waller in it. That's the only difference. I'm a move forward type of person, and if you piss me off enough, I'll be moving forward. Trust me, and you won't be a part of me. But that's just me. You know what I mean? Move forward with things. We used to tell people in AA and treatment, you know, don't waller in your shit. You know, or don't do that. Clear it out. You know. Here, I'll turn this way. Does that look? No, still look like. So anyway, don't waller in poo. You know what I mean? I don't think I look too bad for bright and early in the morning and not quite doing my hair just yet. I don't have my wrap on though, but I'll be all right. Definitely didn't put no makeup on. Ah! I feel like so plain Jane. But anyway, be a moving forward type of person. You know what I mean? Don't waller in self-pity. It's just, life is too short for it, and it'll make you sick. So, you know, like I said, I'm not perfect. Never portrayed to be perfect. You know, I try to put my stuff out there because I want to help other people. You know, that's one of the things I want to do, is help other people. But I can only help people as far as I've been too. And I see a lot of people out there trying to help people, but they haven't taken those steps yet to help themselves. So you can't do that either. You know, I'm still tripping out about the love yourself post, because like I said, when you know somebody on an individual level, it's a whole different thing. And you're like, please don't tell me you're going to get ready to do that kind of crap with people. You know, clean out the garbage can. Look deep within you first. You know, before you start trying to take on other people's shit. Make sure you clean out your stuff first, because you're not going to be able to help nobody if you don't. So, it's my son. I was like, what is that noise? It's my son. He's playing soccer already. He told me that he's going to be a soccer star. He's going to buy himself a Lamborghini, and he's going to get me a house on the beach. And I just told him to go for that. Sure, I'll take a house on the beach any day. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But he plays that part too. Look, the sun is rising. Let me flip it. There it is. When I got up this morning after my waller of tears, it was so pink outside, y'all. I was like, it was just beautiful. Do you hear me? I looked out my window and I said, oh my God, it was just so beautiful. I hurry up to get my pants on and a jacket. I come back. Okay, and the pretty pink was gone. So I hope Beth Justice got some of the pink this morning, because she gets up at the crack of dawn like I do. And I was like, I cannot believe I missed it just that quick, you know. But I just think that's just so pretty. I mean, it's cold outside. Y'all dress warm. I'm freezing my tail off. But it's pretty out. I mean, you know, it's cold, but it's pretty. At least I got to wake up this morning. You know, some people didn't. So, and I also have to look at other people's struggles too. You know how you get into this poor woe is me phase. Then I have to start looking at other people, because there are other people out there that are suffering way, way worse. There are people out there that are suffering with cancers. There are people, you know, out there right now having to say goodbye to family members because they're not going to make it. You know, there are people out there that can't walk and see this like I can. So I have to flip the switch too, and look at stuff like that. That normally gets me out of a rut also, is gratefulness. Because there are so many things that I can do. I think about, you know, with school being closed for 2 weeks, and the kids that rely on the school that can't get the food that they need to get. And here I'm sitting here with a cupboard full of food, you know, so I'm grateful for that. And so that really, really worries me. And I just wish I could take all those little kids and people that are not as fortunate as we are and just say, here, you know. And you just don't know how to go about doing stuff like that, because of course the county keeps everything hush hush. So you really don't know, you know, what kids have food and what kids don't, but it's hurtful, you know what I mean? So those are the things that I have to focus on to get out of some of my rutness, because I get in ruts just like anybody else does. Depression is a bitch. Trust me, you know. And that's why those base chakras, sacral and solar plexus, heart chakras, have to constantly be balanced, you know, with me, because of that. I'm not afraid to tell you what goes on with me. I'm transparent with stuff, you know, not afraid of it at all, and not ashamed of things either. But once I get back, and you know, when I get into a strong mindset on something that has a person or people that have taken advantage of me, then I'm going to flip the switch too, because I ain't going to put up with that. Beauty. And y'all shouldn't either. Don't lower your standards to people that don't care about you, is what I'm trying to say. In a nice way. If they don't care, they don't care. Don't run behind people either. Either they're going to want to spend time with you, or they don't. And if they don't, well, then guess what? Bye. Stay away from them. It's not worth your health, your time. It's just not worth it. Don't lower those standards or your values. So I'm going to zoom in on this before I get ready to go, because my fingertips now are officially blue. Can't see, can you? Oh, no. Isn't that pretty? You missed the tail end of my rantfulness. You'll have to go back and watch it. That's pretty. You know, blinded by the light. He's still kicking that damn soccer ball. Good morning, Evelyn and Rosemary, Kevin and Jean, Ernest. I was just sharing my beautiful sunrise and character deflects and flaws of mine this morning. I'm sure people are going to be like, who knew? Yeah, okay, whatever. Look at that osprey. I think it's an osprey. Let me see. Yeah, y'all see it? They have a nest. They build it every year. This is when you know that it's going to warm up. Good morning. This is when you know it's going to warm up, when the osprey come out. But right now I think it's a little bit deceptive because I'm freezing my tail off. Oh, it's flying away. But they build a nest here every year, so it's kind of cool to watch them. I know y'all can't see, but there's two little ducks swimming out there by them sailboats, and I'll tell you what, he just went underwater. Looking at that makes me cold. Do you hear me? Oh, I hear a woodpecker too off to the distance. Y'all know I'm shaking, right? Because the phone is shaking. So anyway, I'm going to cut this, beautiful daffodils, cut this, so I don't spend all my morning taking up time. Today is Haunted Museum Day, so. Alright, you guys, I hope that you have a great day, and I appreciate you watching. Don't forget about Vibe Time with Jerry on Tuesday nights at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'll post a link. I'm going to be featuring John Stevens. He's a paranormal investigator, but he also runs the Virginia Paranormal Events page on Facebook. And we're just going to be having some discussions because I'm sure that he's had some experiences with paranormal, and I'll be discussing my experiences with paranormal. So it'll be a quite interesting show. And then, of course, after that is the freaking awesome show with Ryan Jones and Angie Parker. That's going to be following our show. So their show will start at 9:30. And the freaking awesome show, anything goes, because they do anything, they do everything. So anyway, I'm going to cut it so that I can get in here and try to make something to eat. Y'all have a great day, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it.